all. And then in these very songs, we need to learn how to how to sing. Not only that, but we need to understand what is that. We need to pray to the Vaishnavas who left their moods inside these beautiful songs, and understand what they want from us. They left all these valuable jewels for us to meditate and be completely conscious that I am in this process. This is my trainment. And then hopefully we don't go out and be fixed, praying for the mercy of Guru and Vaishnavas to be fixed continuously, permanently. Vancha kalpa
Mother Smita Didi, जिनका घर है ये. Mother Smita Didi, would like to say?
Oh, just outside watching the parking.
Sorry, we just walked in. That's Maharaj. From Gyana to Madandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshun Sadhana Tasmashim. But I just feel very honored to welcome you all, especially Srila Maharaj, to my humble little abode here. And actually, I want my mother to get some sukriti, because she bought this house, actually. She left her body, and she was a very pious and lovely soul. And so I got a little money from her, and I bought this house, and I just feel that I just want everyone to bless her, for providing this space. And I feel she's very fortunate that you've come here and blessing this space that she purchased. So that's kind of... I don't have so much to say. I of course met Maharaj many times in India. Sort of ended up in Wales at the beginning of the lockdown by mistake, not on purpose. It just sort of happened. You know the game that children play at parties, musical statues, musical chairs. When the music stops, everyone has to freeze. So at the beginning of the lockdown, the music stopped. And it was like Guru and Krishna placed everybody in different places, and you sort of got stuck there. But actually, there's so many wonderful opportunities in this part of the UK for sharing Krishna consciousness. This is a tiny little village, and there's a lady just up the road. I do some ironing for her to get a bit of extra money. She sends me pictures of Krishna by WhatsApp. Now she wants to paint Krishna on her wall. Yesterday I was teaching her the Maha Mantra. Her next door neighbor says Hari Krishna to me. The man across the road, who's very sick, would like me to read once a week Bhagavad Gita with him. And this is just one little tiny place, So it's very amazing how Guru and Krishna work to use us, useless person. And I especially feel, because, for me to be not living in the Dharma anymore, it's quite emotionally painful, because I was so used to it. But with the situation in the world now is so mad and crazy, many people are nervous and frightened because there's a lot of very demoniac government agendas. But Mahaprabhu, of course, he has his own plan, and he's using these demons in his service to do his thing. And I just feel that if we can stay lined up with Mahaprabhu's mission and not be attached to being in one place or another place, you know, then there's going to be many, many exciting opportunities in the very near future to be used as, you know, as his instrument, in ways that perhaps in India or in the Dham would not present themselves. Not, you know, there's something, I feel there's something special going on, you know, in the air, that Mahaprabhu's movement is going to really take off big time, you know. The worse the situation in the world gets, the more people want help and shelter. Anyway, I'll stop talking, but I just want to say I'm very honoured, very, very, very honoured to have you all here. And just bless me, one day I can be a devotee, because I'm not. I'm a bogus person, bottom of the rung. So please, all of you, pray for me and bless me, you know. And welcome, Maharaj. And Nemi Maharaj, I'm so fortunate. He's just living up the road. This is a great blessing, a real great blessing, having him so near. It really, really is.
Living on a farm up there. I'm living on a farm up the road.
There's a sign on the door to say to come round the back.
Someone's at the door? No, this is not going to come round.
That's mine, I think. I give him one, I think.
Oh, if he has.
Yeah, he has.
How is it from?
You have.
It's probably just from the...
Oh, sorry.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana UK presence since the last absence of 2 years. So we're all relishing the nectar that is showered upon us like the chakata bird, who anxiously waits for the water only of that constellation to fall before it drinks some nourishing, nutritional amrit. So Maharaj was talking about many things over the last few days, and spoke about our Siddha-devi, our Siddha Pranali, and how that happens and what it is and what it means, how to identify it. The process is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Rupa Gosvami, and Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura. So we picked up much information from that. But today, just this evening, I'd just like to reflect on it's a sad occasion, and the most saddest occasion for a Vaishnava is the disappearance of another Vaishnava. And we experienced the disappearance of one of Srila Maharaj's very dear disciple, Sri Sita-devi in Paris. And she was quite young and suffering from cancer, and spent the last 2 years struggling with that, and she left her body this morning, 2 hours after Maharaj had spoken to her and blessed her over the phone. And so we'd like to honor this evening for her, and to ask for everyone's prayers and blessings for her safe journey. So the separation from the Vaishnava is our greatest sorrow. And how can we come to terms with that? We know from our philosophy that we are not this body, we're the spirit soul. And also Maharaj has been reflecting on that in the way that we are so attached to this body that it's the most difficult thing to distance ourselves from, because we identify ourselves as being male, female to start with, very naturally and obviously from childhood. We're conditioned to think like this, and this is something that our education system doesn't teach us, that we are this soul, the spirit soul. So we're very fortunate to be in this line where this philosophy and this awareness, this teaching is being presented to us, so that we can make use of our human life, which we know is very, very rare. Labdha-sudaludam idam sambhuvante. So this explains how we are traversing in 8.4 million species of life, and have come to this human point, which is a real gateway to the spiritual realm, because only in this human body can we actually perform spiritual activities. No other species of life can do that. No other species can have some kind of self-analysis, self-discrimination, self-awareness that is only possible in the human body of life. So realizing that we're growing, getting older, and one day we're going to have to leave our body, we should always use our time, as Maharaj was saying this morning, with the story of the sadhu who came to offer this rich man who had asked to be very, very wealthy, and he said, "You close your fists, close both fists," and he said, "I will give you whatever you want. Whatever you want, I can give you." So the man says, "Okay, I close my fist," and then the sadhu says, "Open your fists," in both fists. And he said, "In one hand," but he didn't say that. "On one hand, I will give you time. Time is there. And on the other hand, I will give you the patience." So the time we have, but we don't have the object of our desires as yet. But the sadhu's blessings come with time and patience. They don't always come immediately. And we heard the story that when we plant a seed, that it doesn't sprout immediately. It takes many, many years to sprout. So we have to be patient to receive the fruits of our activities. But also we know that this life is like a drop of water on the edge of a leaf, that it could fall at any time. So we don't know. So this paradox and contradiction of what to do. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. We hear also that we may not receive prasadam by the end of the day. The next moment we don't know about. So how can we live in this paradox, predicament? And that has been given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the way that we always engage in sadhu sangha, we always engage in chanting and remembering the Lord's name, so that at any moment that we may leave this body, that we remember the Lord, and in that way He promises us in the Bhagavad Gita that we'll go back to His abode. So trying to appreciate the time that we have together, appreciate the time that we have with the sadhus, and appreciate what our Gurudeva has given us, the wealth of experience and knowledge, and the wealth of the disciples that he has trained personally over so many years, and the quality of those disciples is a great wealth to us that is passed on. So we have no lacking at all, just to take full advantage of it whenever you can. Forgive me for having gone on so long.
All assembled Vaishnavas and guests. Yesterday my godsister Hari Mahini sang a song that I hadn't heard before, hadn't sung before. She said this was an important song to Maharaj. Ashray Koriya Vando, a glorification. No, that isn't the one, is it? Sorry, what page was that on? I thought I was holding the page open. Which page was it on? Sri Guru Mahima?
30.
Sorry?
Page 30.
Right, I'm there now. Ashray Koriya Vando. The second verse. Translation: to deliver the living entities, the son of Nanda Maharaj, Sri Hari, has manifested in the world by accepting the form of Sri Guru deeply. I mentioned the other day the verse from the Bible, Psalm 23, and in the last verse it says, "And in God's house forevermore my dwelling place shall be." I always wondered what that meant. To know that the Lord manifests as Sri Guru, comes to your home, and also yesterday we sang the song for Ekadashi, Shuddha-bhakata Charanarena, and it says in that song, when Radha and Krishna are worshipped in a house, that house becomes Golok Vrindavan. I've actually really felt it this week, a real transformation. I can't really put that into words. On the subject of what Maharaj has been talking about, I thought of a time when Srila Gurudev, my Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj, called all the Western sannyasis to his room and said, "I'm going to give you the Siddha Pranali mantra." And they all got very excited about that. And when they got there, he said, "This is the Siddha Pranali mantra. Tranadapi Sunichana, Tarodapi Saishnana, Amadina, Manadina, Kirtanya, Sudha Hari." Siddha Pranali, meaning, as Maharaj has very beautifully described this week in his morning classes. Pranali is the process, Siddha, to attain perfection. I remember Srila Gurudev describing different types of bhakti, but he specifically only wanted to give one type of bhakti. He described Arup Siddha Bhakti, Sangha Siddha Bhakti. These are types of bhakti, but the type of bhakti that he wanted to teach us, that he practiced, and he wanted us all to practice, Svarup Siddha Bhakti. That bhakti manifests, and as Maharaj has described, this process depends on our sadhan bhajan, nam sankirtan, and most especially sadhu sangha, and following the process as best we can, following the process properly. One time, changing the subject, temple president of Birmingham, he was always phoning, Pradyumna Mishra, always phoning Srila Gurudev, asking him questions, and he told me that one time he just ran out of questions, so he kind of invented a question. "Gurudev, what do you want more than anything else?" And Gurudev responded by saying, "I want to laugh and be happy." I was really touched by that, and because this process is very evidently happiness, as Srila Bhakti-Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj said, we are Satchit Ananda Jivas, we're eternally existent, we're chit, we're conscious. He said consciousness hankers after ecstasy. So that is the Ananda aspect of our existence. And for the first time in my life, really, I've felt a degree of happiness. I can't call it spiritual ecstasy. Well, it is a spiritual experience, actually. Because my house has been full of Vaishnavas, but especially everything has come together by this perfect arrangement. Of the many characteristics I could describe of Sri Guru, is their ability to make perfect arrangements, and this perfect arrangement has been made for Bhaktivedanta Maharaj to come at this time for all of us, and I'm really feeling a pulling together of the community, of the family, Gurudev's family. something extraordinary. And as my dear old friend Madhusmita was saying, I'm so happy Madhusmita's come to Wales. When I moved into the ISKCON temple in 1990, Madhusmita was just around the corner, and she taught me so many things. She speaks very humbly that she's not such a serious devotee, actually very, very serious devotee. Very, very qualified. And so many people in here are much more qualified than me to speak. But somehow or other I came to Gurudev a few years before, and then I was so happy to see Madhusmita come into the Sangha, and then she was living in Braj, and then she was really developing her sadhan bhajan and sadhu sangha, and we all benefit so much by this association. And Maharaj said yesterday, if you watch nonsense things, and I have an addiction for watching stupid nonsense, comedy, sitcom, rubbish things, Krishna won't give you a birth with eyes next time. And I just thought, I actually have to stop that. I actually once asked Srila Madhav Maharaj, when he was visiting Birmingham, how do you give up sinful activities, Maharaj? And he said, you stop doing them. I thought, I guess that's pretty obvious. We choose to do these stupid things. I'm praying, Maharaj, please give me the strength to stop wasting my time of the regulative principles, and we might struggle with all of them one way or another, but it has really hit home this week that to waste time, this is the worst form of gambling, because we don't know when we're going to leave our body. Parikshit Maharaj knew he had 1 week to live, and in that 1 week he just gave up all attachment to everything, his kingdom, everything, and just went to hear hari-katha from Siddhnata Gosvami. We don't know we've got a week, we don't know if we've got a day, an hour, or even a minute. So we don't want to be leaving our bodies watching some stupid TV program or associating with non-devotees doing any kind of what Maharaj would describe stupid nonsense. We don't want to be doing any of that. So please, Maharaj, bless us all that we can become strong and grow together as a family and really move ahead on this beautiful path of bhakti. Thank you.
Page 68.
Does anyone need a song?
Yadi Gauranga Nahito Taveki Hoito Emone Dorita De
Yadi Gauranga Nahito Taveki Hoito Emone Dorita
Yadi Gauranga Nahito Taveki Hoito
Sita-devi, what time would you like the program to end?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
This one you need, I think you can put this one under that.
Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhika Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah Namo Mahavadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratise Namah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Om Vrindavai Tulasi Devai Priyavai Isavasya Krishna Bhakti Radhe Devi Sarasvatipad Bhakta-hina aparadasya shritasya kama-vikaranta vibhavanikam saranam pramanam inde namaste charanarvindam First of all, offer my humble, respectful Dandavat Pranam and lotus feet of my Gurupad Padma. Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Sadasya Srimati Bhakti-Vedanta Srila Parama-Gurudeva Goswami Maharaj and Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Sadasya Srimati Bhakti-Vedanta Srila Goswami Maharaj. Simultaneously offer my humble, respectful Dandavat Pranam. Lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtutara Sadasya Srimati Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Guru-nishhta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Siddhar Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, Nityalabha Vishnu Padashta Bhakti Vigan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. And especially I offer Dhanavad Pranam, Prabhupada Charan, Tripad, Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Maharaj, and all senior devotees and all Vaishnavis and presented all of my respectful guests. All who spoke very nicely and you express your heart from your inner court of heart.
Vocês expressaram sentimentos dos seus corações.
Just I remember
Eu só me lembrei.
Mahaprabhu is mine. And so, about Sita-devi, her departed from the natural world.
De Sita-devi desse mundo material.
And she attended to transcendental world Guru Vrindavan and also served Divine Guru Radha and Krishna under guidance of Rupa Manjari.
Transcendental Guru-nishhta sobre Guru.
She was very enthusiastic and also always chanted holy names and associated with the Suddha Bhakta pure devotees, especially in Paris, and Prakasatma Prabhu and Maluti Didi and Krishnasam Prabhu and many also they are Swami Maharaj disciples of them. Also I used to go there sometimes and try to speak some hari-katha as my best. Krishna is very merciful also, wonderful. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, Kripa kori Krishna more diya chila sangha, Krishna ichhai sahi sangha hoila bhanga. When Haridas Thakur departed from this material world, that is called Haridas Thakur Nirjan. Namacharya, Haridas Thakur, Nirjan. Nirjan means when Haridas Thakur departed. That time Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very humble, and Mahaprabhu cried. And Kripa kori diya chilo more sangha. Krishna is very merciful and he giving sangha with the devotee. And according to the Krishna desires, also they separate. And this is the nature of this matter. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked to Rai Ramananda this also, Dukkha madhye kon dukkha hai guru tara. There are many kinds of distress and unhappiness
Existem muitas
in this
infelicidades
material
e
world.
perturbações nesse mundo material.
But the most
Difficult,
dukkha,
most painful.
painful, that is called when you separate from
Mas
the devotee of Lord.
dor de todos, o maior
So Mahaprabhu
sofrimento
and Rai Ramananda gave this answer. Krishna Bhakta,
não tem.
and when you separate from
Você se separa
that
do
devotee of
Krishna,
Lord.
você perde a associação daquele devoto. Então, essa
So,
foi a resposta de
dukkha
Rai
madhye
Ramananda.
kon dukkha hai guru tara. And when we separate from
Quando
the
nós
devotee of Lord.
estamos separados dos
É?
devotos do Senhor.
Because without the devotee of Lord, we cannot
Sem
speak
o devoto
Hari-katha.
do Senhor não é
We
possível
cannot
falar
speak
Hari-katha.
Hari-katha just for walls.
A gente não pode falar Hari-katha para 4 paredes.
Need is what?
É necessário
Audience.
uma audiência.
So that means Bhakta Sangha. Sadhu Sangha, Bhakta Sangha.
Isso significa Bhakta
And
Sangha. Sadhu Sangha.
Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, very humble,
Siddhanta
he told,
Sarasvati
all the audience, they are my
Todos
Guru.
os ouvintes, eles são
Hmm?
meu guru.
And Guru protects from the
O
Maya.
Guru, ele
Bhakti
protege,
Siddhanta Prabhupada,
nos
he told me.
protege de Maya. Então, Bhakti Siddhanta, ele
Audience,
disse,
they are coming, so we are
a
speaking
audiência vem
Hari-katha.
e por isso nós estamos
And
falando
when we
Hari-katha.
speaking Hari-katha,
E quando
then
estamos falando Hari-katha,
Maya is not coming.
Maya não vem.
And when we have to stop Hari-katha, then automatically
Mas quando a gente
Maya is there. Maya.
para de falar Hari-katha, então Maya está
This
presente.
is true.
Isso é verdade.
And this is the nature of the conditioned soul, Baddha Jivas.
Essa é a natureza
Eh?
das almas condicionadas.
Baddha Jivas, they want to speak mundane
Badajivas,
katha.
elas querem falar sobre
Eh?
assuntos
When they are
mundanos.
meeting together, that time they speak
Quando
to
elas se encontram, elas falam sobre
mundane katha.
assuntos mundanos.
Eh? But devotee, when they meet together, that time they
Os
speak
devotos, eles se
Hari-katha.
encontram, naquele
Eh?
momento eles
For
falam
this regard,
Hari-katha.
Srila Lokanath Gosvami manah-siksha very clearly explains. Asad varta Dasa mati sarvasva.
Manah-siksha, ele fala, Asadvarta.
Mundane talk is as like
Conversa mundana
prostitution
é uma prostituta.
and stealing all our
Ele está roubando
valuable things which remains in our heart.
tudo aquilo que é
Eh?
valioso de nosso coração.
But when you meet with devotee,
Mas quando você
then
se
we
encontra
speak
com o
Hari-katha.
devoto, então você fala Hari-katha.
This is
Isso não é verdade.
24 hours. If you observe with Krishna Nam, Krishna Katha, then Maya will never disturb
Você
you.
fica absorto em
Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada
Krishna Nam e
explains.
Krishna Katha, então Maya
Eh?
nunca vai te perturbar.
24 hours. If you absorb with
Hari-katha.
Hari-katha.
24 horas por dia,
24 hours you observe with Harinam, Hari-katha.
absorto
Then you can
em
conquer.
Harinam. Então você pode conquistar a Maya,
Especially in Kali Yuga.
especialmente em Kali Yuga.
Maya is very powerful.
Maya é muito poderosa.
Daivi jesa gunamai mama maya durat mame vija prapaddante maya metan taranti. Krishna says to Arjuna,
Então Krishna
Bhagavad
fala
Gita,
para Arjuna na Bhagavad Gita,
no one can conquer my maya.
ninguém pode conquistar
My maya is Daivi maya, she is very
Minha Maya
powerful.
é muito poderosa.
Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada,
Bhakti-siddhanta
in his
Sarasvati,
nectar of instruction for the Samriti, he explains.
em seu comentário, Upanishad, ele explica.
Bengali words is Jekhone Amara Krishna Vimukh.
Em Bengali, ele fala.
Maya সেই সময় আমাদের when you also reverse our
Turn our back.
eh?
Turn our back. Turn away from.
Turn away from Krishna.
Krishna.
Quando
Then
nós
Maya,
desviamos de Krishna,
she will.
então Maya irá nos pegar.
Or when you speak Hari-katha,
Mas quando falamos Hari-katha,
then Maya she is very
então
far
Maya
from us.
está muito distante de
Because
nós.
Hari-katha means is
Porque Hari-katha significa
non-different Sri Hari.
o próprio Sri
Eh?
Hari. É
You
não
are chanting
diferente.
holy names.
Você está cantando
That
seus
means
nomes. Isso
Sri
significa
Hari
que
Krishna
Sri
himself
Hari está
in front of you.
presente diante de você.
Or when you stop Hari-katha,
Mas quando você
then automatically
acaba o
Maya
Hari-katha,
will come and she
automaticamente
will
Maya
grab you.
virá e te pegará.
For the asat visay katha pari-hari mukhe bolo hari-hari. Only chant holy names. Give up
Sempre cante os
visay
santos
katha.
nomes
Visay katha means
e abandone Vishai
Mundane
Katha,
katha.
que significa uma conversa mundana.
I am saying because when devotees are there,
Porque quando os devotos estão
they will
juntos,
speak hari-katha.
eles irão falar Hari-katha.
Bhakta sangha, sadhu sangha.
Então, Bhakti
Bhakta
Sangha, Sadhu Sangha.
For this regard, Radha Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked
Por isso
to Radhamananda, dukkha madhye kon dukkha hai guru. But the most
qual é
painful in our heart. Now, when we separate from
do
devotee,
nosso coração, a maior dor no nosso coração? Ele
Bhakti.
respondeu: separação do devoto. Isso não está de
Just I remember.
com o devoto. Então
So particularly Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself told to all the devotees, যে কৃষ্ণ মোরে কৃপা করে দিয়াছিল সঙ্গ, কৃষ্ণর ইচ্ছায় সেই সঙ্গ হইল ভঙ্গ। Krishna is very merciful and wonderful. He gave me sangha with Haridas Thakura. But according to Krishna's desire, now he is far from me. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Supreme Personality of God, is saying Bhagavan. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself took Haridas Thakur, transcendental body of practice. And also bathing in the ocean. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declared, now this ocean is called Mahatirtha. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself gave samadhi. Haridas Thakur samadhi himself. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave and with his own hand the samadhi of Haridas Thakur. Just I related this other. And Srila Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Maharaja himself told to Srila Gurudeva, when I give this body, and you have to give my samadhi with you. And Gurudeva also perform this. You can see YouTube, Gurudeva himself gave his samadhi and leading this all this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself also went to the what is called market of Ananda Bazar. Ananda Bazar? Inside of Jagannath Mahaprasad market. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of God, is saying Bhagavan, Lakshmipati. Lakshmipati, understand?
Lord of the goddess fortune.
Lord of the goddess.
What is fortune? And now same Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying Bhagavan, he is also asking to the pandas and those who are selling the Mahaprasad, give me some donation for Haridas Thakur viraha mahotsava. Then all they gave lots of Mahaprasad, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself arranged Haridas Thakur's viraha mahotsava. That thing has described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Very nice, beautiful. That and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself cried. Haridas Thakur, he is called the combined form of Prahlad and Brahma. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the combined form of divine Lord Radha and Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is crying for Haridas. Why? They are bhakta. And separate from bhakta. Bhakta samvich. Anyhow, Krishna's desire, we are meeting together. Again, Krishna's desire and separate. Meeting, separation, separation, meeting. Atma, soul, that is called eternal and transcendental. This is Tattva Siddhanta philosophy. Jatu si dhruva, mittu dhruvam. Who takes birth, he will be
surely die.
Surely die. Today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, after 100 years, will be die. Adhavastabde mittu dhruvam. Today, tomorrow, or after 100 years, they have to die. Who will die? This body. Our Atma soul, the eternal and transcendental. So just I remember this Leela and also Sita-devi. There's so much love and affection with us. And they're very simple. So that's simple. So sweet. So much nishtha, guru-nishhta. And even she was in sick and hospital. She told, no, I have to serve Navadip Dham. She also sent some donation for Navadip Dham.
Mandou ação para o Navadip-chandrika.
And servicing. When I used to go to Paris, and he always cooking. And so much love and affection with us. And we cannot forget her and love and affection. And bhakti, not other thing. Bhakti means how to love. And prema. And this is the thing. So I pray to Gurupad Padma, all our Guru Vargas, and she will get service. So it went to radha-nishtha under guidance of Rupa Manjari Narottama sang this song. Kabe Lokanath mori sanghe lo yahan jabe Sirupero pada padme more samarpibe Hena ki hoibe mura nahi gane Anugata narottame koribe sasane Narottam Das Thakur, very humble. He sang this song. Suniyachi sadhu muke bole sarvajan. Sirupera kripai mile jugal achara. This song. Suniyachi sadhu muke bole sarvajan. Sirupera kripai mile jugal achara. Narottam Das Thakur, very humble. He sang this song. Only by the causeless mercy of Rupa Goswami. Rupa Manjari. You receive and service Srimati Radhika. Without taking shelter, lotus feet of Rupa Manjari. Very difficult to take service the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. Radha-dasa. For their Narottam Das Thakur, very humble, he sang. He also composed one verse, glorification of Rupa Goswami. Sri Chaitanya manah-siksha sthapitam jano bhutale sayang rupa kadamajjam dadati sapadantikam. Rupa Goswami who fulfilled all the desires of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, when Lord Rupa Goswami will give me shelter in his lotus feet. That's the Rupanuga bhajan. All our Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we are coming in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Our aim and object, serve to Srimati Radhika, the radha-darshan. Is it true? But how to serve to Srimati Radhika? Under guidance of Rupa Manjari. Rupanuga bhajan. But this is very, very confidential. Not so easy. Very few people, very few persons they know about Vaidhi-bhakti, Raganuga-bhakti, Ragatmika-bhakti, then Rupanuga-bhakti, Rupanuga-bhajan. Those who associate with our Guru-pada,
Ele sabe.
I know all you associated with Gurudev.
Então eu sei que todos vocês se
Oh.
associaram com o Gurudeva.
Most of you know about Vaidhi Bhakti, then
A maior parte de vocês sabe.
Raganuga Bhakti, Ragatmika Bhakti, then
Raganuga Bhakti,
Rupanuga.
Bhakti e Rupanuga Bhakti.
This is very important.
Isso é muito importante.
All Raganugas.
Todos os Raganugas.
And all Raganugas, they are not Rupanuga. But all Rupanuga, they are called
Todo Rupanuga é Raganuga. Mas nem todos
so
Raganugas
without
são
taking shelter,
Rupanugas.
lotus feet of Rupa Goswami,
Então sem
we
tomar
cannot
abrigo aos
attain to
pés
serve
Rupa Goswami, não
lotus feet
podemos
Srimati
alcançar
for their Nartam
o
Das
serviço aos
Thakur.
pés de lotos de
Kabe Lokanath More
Por isso que
Sangue
o
leia.
Das Thakura ele canta.
Nartam Das Thakur, very humbly say, when my Gurudev Lokanath Das Goswami will take me and offer to lotus feet of Rupa Goswami or Rupa Manjari. Then the Kabe Lokanath More Sange Laya Jabe Sirupir Pad Padme More Samara.
Então ele
Rupanuga Nartam Das Thakur. He is called Rupanuga.
é Rupanuga Vaishnava.
Very nice, beautiful his song. Prema-bhakti-chandrika grantha.
Muito belo o seu Prema-bhakti-chandrika.
This grantha you all explain this. All tattva siddhanta,
Todo tato
everything is there. All the essence of
toda a
Bhakti
essência
Rasamrita Sindhu,
do Bhakti
Ujjal Nirmani, everything
Ujjal Nirmani
in his grantha,
está tudo no seu
Prema-bhakti-chandrika. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada
Siddhnata
told,
Sarasvatipad.
if you want,
Ele disse, se você
then Manjari Bhav, this thing,
quer Manjari
that will
Bhav,
spend
então você só precisa gastar
Ekanand. That time Ekanand, that time called Indian price, that is called 6 paisa.
Ekana. Significa
6 price.
6
Huh? That means
centavos.
that means you can buy that book, Prema-bhakti-chandrika. That will the cost only
Comprar esse,
6 paisa.
esse livro que é o
And
Prema-bhakti-chandrika
you read.
e custava
Then you understand.
Ekana, ou 6 centavos.
Prema-bhakti-chandrika, very nice, beautiful book. Everything is there. And
Muito belo esse grantha, tudo está presente.
what is called radha-nishtha.
O que é radha-nishtha,
Radha-nishtha, krsna-nishtha, and
krsna-nishtha,
ubhaya-nishtha.
ubhaya-nishtha.
Nishtha means
Nishtha significa
steadiness. And
firmeza.
it's very important.
Então isso é muito importante.
And again, I also
Então
emphasize
eu
this word.
enfatizo essa palavra.
Guru-nishhta, guru-bhakti.
Guru-nishhta, guru-bhakti,
This is called the backbone of our.
a coluna vertebral do nosso Vajra-nisthada.
And if you have no guru-nishhta,
Se você não tem
guru-bhakti,
Guru-nishhta, guru-bhakti,
millions birth,
por milhões e
if you
milhões
chant
de
holy
vidas,
names,
você pode cantar os santos nomes.
you will never attain your
Você nunca irá alcançar
and
a perfeição.
perfection. Because guru-bhakti, guru-nishhta, this is our
Guru-bhakti, guru-nishhta,
backbone of bhajan.
são coluna vertebral
So,
do nosso
saying this,
Vajra-nisthada.
so radha-nishtha.
Então dessa forma,
Radha-nishtha means one pointed with Srimati
um
Radhika.
direcionamento a Srimati Radhika.
Radha-nishtha. And Radhika-nishtha.
Radha-nishtha,
Govinda Lilamrit grantha.
do Govinda Grantha.
Who wrote?
Quem escreveu?
Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami.
Krishna-das.
Original. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Govinda Lilamrit grantha.
Então, Govinda Lilamrita, Krishna-das Kaviraj Goswami.
It's written in there.
Está escrito lá.
And very difficult to attain Manjari Bhav. How possible?
É muito difícil de
Only
alcançar a mãe
those
de
who
Deus.
have
Somente aqueles
this
que
nishtha, radha, nishtha,
têm Radha-nishtha,
they can attain. Otherwise, no.
eles podem alcançar. De outra forma,
So for this regard,
então, por isso,
explain 3 types of
está explicado
nishtha,
existem 3 tipos
steadiness.
de nishtha.
One is called krsna-nishtha gopis,
Existem as
another is called
krsna-nishtha gopis,
radha-nishtha gopis, another is called ubhaya-nishtha.
ubhaya-nishtha gopis.
Ubhaya-nishtha means
Ubhaya-nishtha significa
some gopis they have nishtha both.
elas têm nishtha em
Eh?
ambos.
Krishna. Srimati Radhika and also Krishna.
Então elas têm nishtha
That is
em
called
Srimati Radhika e em
ubhaya-nishtha. Ubhaya means both.
essas são ubhaya. Ubhaya significa ambos.
That's such as
Lalita.
example Lalita Vishakha.
Então
They are called in the category of
elas estão na categoria de ubhaya-nishtha.
eh? Or Krishna-nishtha
Krishna-nishtha,
gopis.
Vrinda.
They are mind or they inclined towards Krishna.
Então elas estão
Krishna.
inclinadas a Krishna.
Vrinda Vindarika Dhanishta. They are called
Ganishtas.
Krishna-nishtha.
Elas são Krishna-nishtha.
They serve also Srimati Radhika or arrange everything. Especially
Elas fazem todos os
Vrindadevi.
trabalhos. Principalmente Vrinda-devi.
She has many kinds of
Ela tem
activities.
muitas
And
atividades.
Radha Krishna meeting together and everything.
Então ela
Especially in Nishanta Leela.
Radha e Krishna se encontram.
Nishanta Leela, understand? The end of the night.
Vida significa
You read
o fim
Bhajan
da
Sal
noite.
and
Bhajan
Bhajan Rasa Grantha.
Você leu o
First that's called Nishanta Leela.
primeiro capítulo
Eh?
Nishanta
Shraddha.
Lila. Nishanta.
They are Vrindadevis.
Então o dever de Vrinda-devi.
So many kinds of activities are there. Dekhiya Urunodoy, Vrindadevi Dastahoy, Kunjanana Rabakarailo, Sukosari Paddasuni, Uthe Radha Nilmani. Radha and Krishna.
Então Radha e Krishna.
They are taking rest, very nice, beautiful,
Eles estão
confidential.
no fundo
Eh?
muito confiança.
Because last night
Porque na
they
noite
performed
passada
sweet Amara's pastimes.
eles fizeram
Eh?
12 passatempos amorosos.
Late night, they slept.
Eles foram dormir muito
Now they are sleeping.
e agora eles ainda estão
Eh?
dormindo.
Are here, Vrindadevi is thinking.
E aqui
Or still,
Vrinda-devi está
both
pensando.
Radha and Krishna, they are taking rest.
Radha e Krishna
Eh?
ainda estão dormindo.
Are about to, now about to
Some about your
dawn. Eh? Because eastern side completely illuminated.
O sol está prestes a nascer.
The soon Vrajavasi,
O leste já está
they will come out from their house
iluminado.
and they will see
Logo os Vrajavasis eles irão
They
sair
have
de suas casas
couple Radha and Krishna, they are
e eles
sleeping
verão
together.
como Radha e Krishna estão dormindo.
Big propaganda will come, big problem will come.
Com a vida,
For this regard, Vrindadevi,
um
you
grande
think what to
problema.
do? Because this is duties of Vrindadevi.
O Vrindadevi está preocupada
Eh?
porque esse é o dever dela.
Vrindadevi first she gave instruction.
Primeiro Vrindadevi,
Eh?
ela
The
instruiu
small baby birds.
aos passarinhos filhotes
And that birds they also making sound with their wings.
cantar músicas para fazer
Eh? But still Radha and Krishna they are
com as suas asas. Mas ainda assim, Radha e Krishna continuam dormindo.
Then Vrindadevi is thinking what to do now.
Então Vrindadevi ela pensa,
Eh?
o que fazer?
Then
agora?
Vrindadevi she gave
Então Vrindadevi
instruction to
ela instruiu
what is called
da irmã
chicken. Eh?
cockerel. Cockerel. Male.
meio chicken.
Male chicken.
É,
Eh? Concord.
deu instrução para
There is some Sakej Manjari there.
ela
Hey!
contou. E aí as sacas elas, onde eles falaram,
Don't make sound. Because
para de fazer barulho aqui.
my Samini,
A minha
understand?
Swamini,
Mystery Srimati Radhika, she is taking rest.
a minha senhora,
Don't
ela está
disturb her
descansando.
sleepness.
Não perturbe o sono.
Otherwise, you cut your head and send you Jamaloka.
Cortar sua cabeça e vai te mandar pra Jama louca.
Then that
Cockerel.
Então o galo,
Cockerel. Cock.
And wait, rooster. And rooster. And stop, afraid. Okay. Stop.
Então,
They still Vrindadevi thinking what to do now. Still Radha and Krishna.
mais linda
They are
dele,
sleeping.
preocupada. Nossa, Radha e Krishna continuam.
Then Vrindadevi thinking what to do.
E ela, o que eu vou fazer agora?
Then Vrindadevi she gave hints to the one monkey, female monkey. Her name is called Kakkati. Kakkati and the female monkey.
Então ela deu,
She came very close to the kunja of Srimati
ela instruiu
Radha and Krishna.
uma
And making sound.
a fazer barulho. Ela começou a fazer barulho.
That time one Sakhi told to
Caco
Raman Manjari, hey Raman Manjari, this is your duty.
falou para uma Saki falou para
This
Raman Manjari.
female monkey, Kakkati,
Esse é o seu dever. Essa
she is
é
making
uma
disturbance, the sleepiness, our
o sono de
Samini.
nossa,
Go and stop to her.
Samini. Vai,
Then Raman Manjari she came.
interrompa
Hey,
ela
get
agora.
out.
E a Rupa Manjari foi lá e falou, sai daqui agora.
Then Kakkati
Então Kakati
and ran.
foi embora.
Then still Radha Krishna they are sleeping. Then Vrindadevi think what to do now. Then Vrindadevi she gave hints to sea parrot and
E ainda
he parrot.
Radha Krishna
That is called Sukasari.
dormindo. E o Vrindadevi tá pensando o que vamos fazer agora. E aí
Sukasari Padda Suni Utte Radha Nilmani.
instruiu
Then Sukasari what they say?
o Sukasari. O papel macho e fêmea.
The Sanskrit word that's called
Já tem.
Jatil.
E é o papel
What Jatil means first rays of the sun
Jatil.
coming through the window and Kabaksha. That is small
Numa
Beam of light.
Jatil significa
beam of light.
significa
That is called
fecho
Jatil.
de luz. Então tem fecho de luz.
So Suksari, just they discuss these things.
Entende?
The rays of sun,
Sukasari falaram.
that Sanskrit word that is called Jatil. But Srimati Radhika she is thinking Jotila is coming.
Já está vindo.
Understand? Then Srimati Radhika she is
Ela
afraid.
ficou ouvindo e só ficou com medo.
Jotila means the
Jotila
mother-in-law of Srimati Radhika. You think Jotila is
sogra de Srimati Radhika.
so Srimati Radhika she wakes up. Then
E aí Srimati Radhika.
all the manjaris,
Então todas as manjaris.
they enter in the kunja
Então elas são as primeiras a
and
entrar.
also they said the cloth of Radha and Krishna very nicely. Then Lalita Abhiseka, all the Sakis they entered and they also very nicely perform and Arati. That is called Jaya 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 Radha Krishna Jugala Mila Arati Karana Lalita Abhiseka. Madana Mohana Rupa Jivanga Sundar Parvata Siti Pucha Sura Manohar Lalita Madhava Bhave Vishavanukana Nila Vasana Gore Rupe Gunidaya Nana Vidaya Lantar Gore Jagamala Hari Manu Vimohana Madana Yudhara Visakadi Sakita Narake Jaya Then Radha and Krishna they wake up. Then Krishna is going to Nandagaon. Or Srimati Radhika she is going to Javat.
Krishna
But Srimati Radhika she completely absorbed with Krishna.
Mas Srimati Radhika está completamente absorta em Krishna.
Actually she can't to open her eyes also.
Na verdade ela não consegue abrir os olhos.
So much tiredness comes.
Ela está muito cansada.
Duti skanda nasta hasta. And Srimati Radhika just see
Srimati Radhika
and hold the shoulder of one Sakhi Manjari.
ela segura o
And she Srimati Radhika she is walking.
e ela está caminhando.
Or on the way,
E no caminho,
Srimati Radhika's cloth stuffed with the
e a roupa de Srimati Radhika
thrown, you know. Thorn
bush.
bush. Then Srimati Radhika, she is thinking, oh, Krishna still is
Oh, Krishna.
holding my
Cloth.
cloth.
Ele ainda tá
Then Srimati
segurando
Radhika,
minha
she
roupa.
says this verse, Hari Balo Obi,
E ela fala esse verso.
you are completely innocent.
Você é completamente inocente.
Why you are pulling my cloth?
Puxando a minha roupa.
Look, Brajavasi, they are coming out from their house, they will see. Why you are pulling my cloth?
Por que tá puxando
They
minha
want
roupa?
Manjari, she told.
Então a Manjari
Hey
vai
Radhe,
falar,
not Krishna is here.
Krishna não está aqui.
Actually, your cloth
It's caught in the thorn bush.
start with the.
A sua roupa
Then Srimati Radhika little bit.
Isso,
In this way, Srimati Radhika, she is going
dessa forma ela
Jabat.
está voltando para Jabat.
I am saying this is the duty of Vrindadevi. So saying in this verse, Dekhiya Urunodoy Vrindadevi Rastoy Kunjena Unana Rob Korailo Sukhosari Paddasuni Uthe Radha Nilamuni. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Last verse explained. Ei Lila Gavas Mara Krishna Nam Achidate Krishna Prem Pavi Premadhan. When we chant holy names and remember this Leela,
Nós lembramos dessa vida.
then when we give up this body, we attend to Guru Grantha.
Iremos para Goloka Vrindavan.
Ei Leela Gavas Mara Krishna Achidate Krishna Prem Pavi Premadhan. Leela Smara.
Lila e Smara. Lembrar.
So I am saying Vrindadevi's duty is there. But Vrindadevi is called Krishna
O
Paksha.
dever de Vrindadevi Smara. Ela é Krishna Paksha. Ela é parcial.
Inclined
Inclined
towards
to Krishna. Inclination.
Ela é parcial em relação
or another Ubhaya Paksha, Lalita, Vishaka.
Agora o vai
They are both Radha and Krishna.
Lalita Vishaka, elas são.
They are love and affection with both.
Tem amor e afeição.
For them, they are called ubhaya-nishtha.
Ubhaya-nishtha.
Our Manjaris,
Mas as Manjaris,
completely, absolutely
elas são completamente
one pointed with Srimati Radhika. Radha Meri Samini, Main Radhin ko das, Janam Janam Mohidiyo, Vrindavan ko das. Brajavasi Jasam. Srimati Radhika, she is my mistress. Radha Meri Samini. Main Radhin ko das, I am only the maid servant of Srimati Radhika.
a sua serva.
This is that is called radha-nishtha.
Então isso é Radha.
For this regard, our Shastra explain this.
Por isso nosso Shastra explica.
Samandhatmika, another is called
Samandatmika e Kamatmika.
many times also explain this.
Muitas vezes eu expliquei isso.
Nanda Jasoda, Subal Sridham.
Subal Sridham.
They serve Krishna with their samandha.
Servem a Krishna
For this regard, they are called
com seu
Samandha
samandha.
Atmika.
Por isso que eles são Samandatmika.
This is true. Samandha means relationship, knowledge of
Significa o
relationship.
conhecimento do relacionamento.
Or another is called Kamatmika, transcendental divine love.
Kamatmika. Significa o amor
The transcendental divine love,
Então esse é
that also again two types.
ele se divide
One is called
em duas formas.
Tat Tat Bhavichatmika, and another is called
Sambhogichana.
Sambhovicha. Lalita Visakha, they are called
Lalita e Vishaka eles são
Sambhogichana.
Sambhogichana.
That means is what?
Significa
Sometimes
que
they also independently meet with Krishna.
às vezes elas se encontram independentemente com
Our
Krishna.
Manjaris Tat
Mas as
Tat
Manjaris
Bhavichatmika.
são Tatatu Bhava.
Manjaris, they never
Elas nunca se encontram
independently meet with
independente
Krishna.
com
Even
Krishna.
their heart also never come, never their desire will come.
Eles desejam nunca se
So
manifestam no
independently
coração delas.
meet with Krishna. Sapone Opi. Even their dream not coming.
Nem mesmo em
They will
sonho, em sonhos,
independently meet with
elas pensam nisso.
Krishna. Vrindavan Mahima Amrita Grantha.
Então,
And
Vrindavan
different
Mahima
granthas also
Tem
explain this.
diferentes grantas também está explicado.
I am saying this katha.
Por que eu estou dizendo esse kata?
Nishtha.
Nishtha.
Radha-nishtha.
Firmeza. Radha-nishtha.
Nama-nishtha. Guru-nishhta.
Nama-nishtha.
Bhajan-nishtha.
Guru-nishhta. Bhajan-nishtha.
Always use this word? Nishtha.
sempre usa
In Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's nishtha iti upajaya premera taranga. Premera taranga, understand?
Então, primeira taranga, você entende?
The waves of prema.
As ondas de prema.
Coming when you nishtha.
Vem quando você tem nishtha.
This is the process.
Esse é o processo.
Bhakti very easy and bhakti is very real.
O bhakti é muito fácil, mas é muito raro.
That is called Sudurlabha.
Sudurlabha.
Sadhana bhakti, two lips manifest.
Então,
One is called Klesagni, another is called Subhadha.
Então, Kleshagni e Shubhadha.
Or sadhana bhav bhakti, again two lips manifest.
Duas folhas se manifestam.
That is called Moksha Lagtakrit
Moksha Lagtakrit
or Sudurlabha.
Sudurlabha.
Sudurlabha and Moksha
Sudurlabha.
Moksha
Lagakrit.
Or Prema-bhakti again
Prema-bhakti, mais duas
manifested
folhas
to
se manifestam.
lips. That is called Sandharatma, Vishayatma, Krishna Akarshani.
Krishna Karshani, Shiksha.
And maybe one day we will discuss
Talvez dia
and
vamos
elaborate.
falar sobre isso.
And Sadhana Bhakti,
Elaborar.
Bhav Bhakti and
Então, Sadhana Bhakti,
Prema Bhakti.
Bhava Bhakti e Prema Bhakti.
This thing. And Arup Siddha Bhakti, Sangha Siddha Bhakti, then Sarup Siddha Bhakti. There are many kinds of bhakti. Bhakti is not one type of bhakti.
Diferente tipo de bhakti. Sharupa Siddha Bhakti,
Paramishra Bhakti, Gyan Mishra Bhakti,
Siddha Bhakti. Então, Karma Mishra
Shuddha
Bhakti,
Bhakti.
Siddha Bhakti, Shuddha Bhakti.
and one is called Tamasic Bhakti, Rajasic Bhakti,
Tamasic Bhakti, Rajasic Bhakti,
Sattvic Bhakti.
Sattvic Bhakti.
Different.
Então, diferentes e diferentes.
So how many types of bhakti?
Então, quantos tipos de Bhakti?
Many kinds of bhakti.
Muitos tipos.
But when we discuss
Mas quando
Suddha Bhakti, Anna Vilasita Sunyam Jnana Karnatana Pritam Anukulena Krishnanusilana Uttama Bhakti.
Uttama Bhakti.
Topmost devotional service to Lord.
Serviço devocional mais elevado, puro.
Rupa Gosvami Pad,
Rupa Gosvami Pada.
he composed this verse
Ele compôs
in his
esse
Bhakti Rasamrita
verso
Sandhu
no Bhakti Rasamrita
about the definition
a
of
definição de Shuddha Bhakti.
actually Bhakti means
Na verdade, Bhakti significa
Bhajyate Sevati iti.
Bhakti Seva-vritti.
Bhakti means seva-vritti.
Então,
Tendency to serve
Bhakti significa
Sita-devi.
a tendência de servir.
Bhajyate Sevate iti Bhakti. Bhaj dhatu. Seva. To serve.
Servir.
But how to serve?
Mas como servir?
Have to serve with your nishtha.
Tem que servir com seu nishtha.
You are chanting holy name, that is called Nam Seva.
Então, por exemplo, você está cantando seus nomes.
What is saying? Nam Seva. Prasad Seva.
Prasad Seva.
Prasad Seva. Karite hai. Sakala prapancha jai. Don't eat prasad.
Não coma
You
prasad.
serve prasad.
Servir
Prasad Sevan.
Prasad Seva.
You understand?
Você entendeu?
Only use this word, our Vaishnava
Então, os
word.
Vaishnavas, eles
Seva.
usam
Prasad
essa
Seva.
palavra. Seva.
Vaishnava
Prasad
Seva.
Vaishnava
Nam
Seva.
Seva.
Nama Seva.
All is your Seva. Seva means bhakti.
Tudo é Seva. Seva significa Bhakti.
This thing. So now, just I also explain this. And how to nishtha, one pointed with and Guru and Krishna. And Guru-bhakti, guru-nishhta, that is called our bhajan.
Então, Guru-bhakti.
Krishna will please with us, not this is not our aim and object.
Nishtha, essa é a coluna vertebral da nossa
Our aim and object, How Gurudev will?
Então, nosso objetivo não é agradar Krishna.
This is
Nosso único objetivo, nossa única preocupação é como deixar
always you think
Gurudeva
this.
satisfeito.
How Gurudev will?
Então você deve sempre pensar como Gurudeva vai ficar satisfeito.
So this is our aim and objective.
Então esse é o nosso
Then also discuss about Radha-nishtha
principal.
bhakti. Braj Radha-nishtha bhakti.
Então a gente também
Two kinds of
fala
bhakti.
sobre
Vaidhi bhakti, as it's called Radha-nishtha
Existem
bhakti.
dois tipos de bhakti, Radha-nishtha bhakti e Vaidhi bhakti.
Maybe later we'll discuss. Time you will just tell you.
Então, outro dia eu posso
Mention this.
Só estou mencionando esses aspectos.
Radha-nishtha bhakti is also 5 angas is there. 5 limbs of Radha-nishtha bhakti.
Bhakti existem 5
Bhav Mahi sadhan,
Bhava Mai Sadhan,
Bhav Anukul sadhan, Bhav Samandhi sadhan,
Sadhan,
And
Sadhan,
and Pratikul sadhan.
Bhava Pratikul Sadhan.
This type of
Então isso é explicado.
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu
Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu
very clearly explained this.
ele claramente explica isso.
And especially
Especialmente
Vishwanath Chakravarti-pad, radha-nishtha grantha. Very clearly. Bhav Mahi, Bhav Samandhi, Bhav Anukul, Bhav Pratikul. This type. 5. First what is called? Bhav Mahi sadhan.
Bhava Mai Sadhan.
Why you do bhajan? You have to fix one mood.
Então você precisa estabelecer amor.
Shanta, dasa, sakka, vatsala and madhava. 5 types of moods.
Shanta, dasa, sakka, vatsala.
5, that is called main.
Então 5 são principais.
Shanta,
Shanta,
dasa,
dasa,
sakka,
sakya,
vatsala
vatsala,
and madhava.
madhurya.
Then 7,
E 7 secundários.
secondary.
Hasya,
Hasya,
Udbhuta, Virya,
Then
Vira.
Hasya, Vir, Vivatsa, Karun, etc.
Então, raça, Adbhuta,
But
Vira,
one sthayi bhava. One fixed.
Você precisa ter sthayi bhava,
It's
amor
called
fixo.
Bhav Mahi sadhan.
Bhava Mai Sadhan.
Bhav Samandhi, which are related with
Sambandhi,
Bhav mood.
que é relacionado com o seu humor.
That mantra, Nam Jap,
Então, aquele mantra não
Bhav Samandhi.
Bhav Sambandhi.
Bhav Anukul.
Bhav
Anukul means
Anukul
which are
favorable.
favorable of
Aquilo
our
que é favorável ao nosso humor.
Tilak Dharan,
Então,
Ekadasi,
então,
Palan,
colocar tilaka,
to observe
seguir
Ekadashi Tithi. Then Bhav Aviruddha. Aviruddha means which is not favorable or which is
Aviruddha.
Neutral.
not favorable. That is called neutral.
Aquilo que não é nem favorável nem desfavorável. Significa
That is it.
é aquilo que é neutro.
Protect the cows, go Raksha.
Então, Gorakshana, proteger as vacas,
Sadhuda Brahmana,
servir os brahmanas.
Brahmana Seva. That is called
Isso é?
not favorable or not.
Não é nem favorável nem desfavorável. Aviruddha.
Or Bhav Viruddha, which are against of our Bhav.
Viruddha,
That is called meditation of
desfavorável.
Dharka.
Que é a meditação
Rukmini Dhyan.
em Dwarka. Rukmini Dhyana.
Dharka Dhyan, Rukmini Dhyan, Nasmudra. That is called our,
Isso é?
what is it called? Bhav
Viruddha.
Bhav Viruddha, against of our
Viruddha. Que é desfavorável ao nosso humor. Então deve-se abandonar isso.
Give up the meditation
E
of
abandone a meditação em
Dharka Dhyan,
Dwarka.
Rukmini Dhyan.
Em Rukmini Dhyana.
So many things also discuss these things. If you want to know more and more, read this grantha.
Se você quer saber
I want to
mais,
speak, but time is over.
eu quero falar,
É,
mas o tempo já
elaborate.
acabou. Quero explicar
What is
bem, de forma bem elaborada.
Bhav Mai Sadhan,
Bhava Mai
Bhav
Sadhan,
Samandhi Sadhan,
Bhava Sambandhi
Bhav
Sadhan,
Anukul, Bhav Pratikul,
Bhava Pratikul,
and Bhav Aviruddha.
Aviruddha.
Aviruddha means neutral.
Aviruddha significa neutro.
Not favorable or
Nem
not
favorável nem desfavorável.
neutral. Go Brahman seva.
O serviço
Eh?
às
You
vacas.
serve
dos
cows
brahmanes.
or serve
Servir as vacas dos
Brahman.
brahmanes.
This is neutral.
Isso é neutro.
Or bhav viruddha,
Bhava
which
Viruddha,
against the bhav. Yeah, bhav.
Bhakti.
oposto.
Raganuga bhakti. That is called Rukmini Dhyan, Dwarka Dhyan.
Rukmini
Eh?
Dhyan, Dwarka Dhyan.
Very important.
É muito
Well,
importante.
they told one story, just to finish my class.
O Gurudeva ele contou
There
uma
are two
história.
brothers,
Tinham dois
younger
irmãos,
and elder brother and younger
um
brother.
irmão mais novo e um irmão mais
50
velho.
years they perform bhajan sadhana on the bank of Radha Kunda.
Por 50
Eh? Braj.
50 anos eles
Many years.
fizeram bhajan sadhana
Both brothers
às margens do Radha-Kunda.
and perform bhajan sadhana on the bank of Radha.
Nossos irmãos eles fizeram bhajan
How many years?
sadhana
50 years.
às margens do Radha-Kunda por 50 anos.
One day,
Dia,
some Brajavasis
alguns
told
Brajavasis falaram
younger brother,
pro irmão mais novo:
yeah, we are going to Dwarka.
nós estamos indo para Dwarkapuri.
So if you come with us,
Então venha conosco,
we will convince of all your cost, everything.
a gente vai pagar tudo para você.
Then, younger brother is thinking 50 years I am staying in one place, not Radha Kunda. I did not travel here and there.
Ele pensou: por 50
So
anos eu
little
estou
bit,
aqui,
so I can go.
eu não fui nunca.
So
viajei
younger
pra
brother,
lugar nenhum.
he went
Posso ir?
with the Brajavasi.
Então, o irmão mais novo, ele foi
Dwarkapuri.
com os Brajavasis para Dwarkapuri.
Then after 10, 15 or 20 days, anyway,
Depois de
After
15 a
3
20
weeks,
dias,
he returned back.
3 semanas, ele retornou.
And again we start to bhajan and sadhan on the bank of Radha Kunda.
E ele voltou a fazer seu bhajan sadhana às margens do
But his mind
Radha-Kunda.
very disturbed.
Mas a mente dele estava muito perturbada.
And he could not, younger brother could not concentrate his mind.
Ele não conseguia concentrar sua mente
Srimati Radhika to
em
bhajan.
Srimati Radhika.
He don't know what is up.
Ele não sabia
When he
o que
returned
tinha
back
acontecido.
from Dwarkapuri,
Ele voltou
pilgrimage
de
of Dwarka,
Dwarkapuri.
his mind very disturbed.
A mente dele ficou muito
He could
perturbada.
not concentrate his
Ele não
mind
conseguia se
to
concentrar
Srimati Radhika.
em Srimati Radhika.
Before, when he chanted this mantra,
Quando ele cantava o mantra,
Gopal mantra, Radha mantra,
Gopala mantra,
his
Radha
mind
mantra,
completely
a mente dele
absorbed.
estava
And now
completamente
very
absorta.
difficult.
E agora estava muito
What happened?
difícil. O que aconteceu?
And then he asked his
Então ele perguntou
elder brother,
para seu irmão mais velho.
and since he returned back Dwarkapuri,
Ele falou:
my mind
"Desde que
very
eu voltei de
this time I cannot
a minha mente está muito
concentrate
perturbada, eu não
mind
consigo
with Srimati Radhika.
me concentrar em Srimati Radhika. O que aconteceu?
That time elder brother told,
Naquele momento, o
oh,
irmão
you
mais
went
velho
to
falou:
Dwarkapuri?
"Ah, você foi em Dwarkapuri?"
Rukmini-devi is there. Who is there?
Está lá.
Rukmini. And they are also giving, if you go to Dwarkapuri, they are giving many kinds of, what is it called? Stamp.
Então eles têm
So
um
they,
carimbo.
that
eles
Brahmana, they gave you Rukmini's stamp on your forehead. For this regard, Srimati Radhika
um carimbo de Rukmini na sua
reject you.
rejeitou você.
So for this regard, Srimati Radhika
Então por isso Srimati
reject
Radhika
you.
rejeitou você.
That time younger brother, what you do now?
Então,
50 years I did
mais
bhajan
novo, ele
sadhana,
pensou: o
my
que eu vou fazer agora?
Eh,
Com 50
everything
anos,
is gone.
eu fiz bhajan sadhana
Lost.
e agora eu perdi tudo.
Then he felt pang of
E
separation
ele sentiu
and viraha.
dor de separação.
And that
de
viraha
Srimati
agni.
Radhika.
Fire,
E o fogo fire
fire of separation. Then
no
he
fogo
left.
da separação. No fogo da separação ele deixou o corpo.
So why am I saying this?
Viraha Agni.
Rukmini Dhyan.
Por que eu estou dizendo isso?
Dwarka
Brahmini
Dhyan.
Dhyan, Dwarka Dhyan.
And very important. If you
É
if you
muito
what is
importante que
called?
você,
Perform, if you want to
se você
perform
quer,
Braj Prema-bhakti,
você quer
careful, follow these 5 rules
se atente a seguir essas 5 regras.
and always associate with
E sempre
high
se
class,
associa
exalted, Radha-nishtha sadhu, Anaradha Radha,
Radha-nishtha,
Padam Bujarenu, Anasitavinda, Atapi Tad Padankam, Asambhasya Tadvava Gambhira Chittan, Kutasya Sindhu, Rasasavaka. If you want to
Se você quer
submerge in the ocean of divine
mergulhar no oceano
Braj, Parakya,
de
you have
Braj
to
para
follow the
Kia,
3 principles. How many?
você deve seguir esses 3
First,
princípios. Primeiro,
one pointed with Srimati Radhika.
sempre direcionado.
Second, you have to stay in Braj,
Segundo, você deve
Vrindavan.
residir,
If you cannot stay in Braj, Vrindavan with your body,
ficar
but
em
you
Vrindavan
only stay in
com seu
Vrindavan
corpo, você
with your
fique com sua mente.
Or third, always associated with the high class
Terceiro, sempre se
exalted,
associe com
Rashik,
Braj Rasik
Tar
Vaishnava.
Bhakta Sange Sada, Rasa Lila, Prema-katha, Je Kare Se, Pai Manasya. Always associated with high class, Raja
Sempre se
Rashik,
associe com
Sadhu and Guru. And this is Braj Katha.
Braj Rasik Sadguru.
Braj Katha Amritam.
Braj Katha Amrita.
Very nice, beautiful. Braj Katha, not other Katha. Anna Katha,
Braj Katha. Nem outro Katha.
no need to speak other.
Não
Only
precisa falar outro tipo de Katha. Somente Braj Katha.
Taba Kathamritam, Taba Jivalam, Tarimiritam, Almasahapam, Sravanamandalam, Srimadadatam, Guirinantite, Guridajana, Kathamritam, Taba Jivalam,
Jai Ho.
Thank you.
Bhakti-vedanta
Jai Srila Parama-Gurudeva
Maharaj
ki
ki
jai.
jai.
Jai Srimati Radhika ki jai. Jai Srila Parama-Gurudeva ki jai. Guru Manjari